Hey Doc, my name's Dr. David Jackson, and I'm a chiropractor, and I'm sitting here with one of my dearest friends, great chiropractor, leader in chiropractic, Dr. Jason Deitch. I hope you know of Jason if you don't know him personally. We've known each other
20 plus years.
20 plus years.
The centennial, the chiropractic centennial.
Chiropractic centennial,
Here we
1995. So it's been a little while. We're dating ourselves. But we wanted to extend our conversation, and we think it's really important that you see a lot of videos, that you really watch this one. And I'm going to try to be real clear before we get into our conversation. I've been looking at what Jason's doing with AmpLIFEied, and I've been looking at it for almost a year, since it's been around about 18 months, I suppose.
Yep.
And I thought I understood it, and I was like, this is cool, man. I mean, Facebook's awesome, and I'm sure it's going to help, and because everything Jason does is really for the good of the profession. But there was something about it I didn't quite get. We talked about it, and I found it was so vitally important. There was so much potential that I thought, you know what, I'm going to fly up to San Francisco area, Mill Valley, and for two purposes.
Let's hang
out, have some fun, reconnect, and two, to visioneer together. And it was during the visioneering process, right now, sitting in your backyard in Mill Valley, that I said, you know what, let's stop, let's get out the camera. This is too good.
Yeah.
And part of that is because I finally really understand it, and I really want you to understand it, and also some really cool things have come up.
Well, you've come up with some brilliant ideas, which is one of the reasons I love masterminding with you. And I think, you know, the first thing was that aha moment. And I know there's a lot of people that sort of seen it, they hear it, even people, I get emails regularly that go, oh, now I see the potential of now I see what you're talking about. And I love getting those emails, but there's no better way to do it than to sort of show people what it is. Because once you see it and experience it, then all of a sudden you have that aha moment.
Yeah, so let's just, let's just cut to it, man. What is it that we're talking about? So first and foremost, if for whatever reason you can't continue on in this conversation, it won't be long, but if you can't, go to sharechiropractic.com, you'll figure it out. But if you can, join us in this conversation. And I want you to go along a journey with us real quickly on a vision and a dream, if you will. And I'm going to preface the dream with saying, I've been in this profession 29 years. I've dreamed with the best of them. I've heard them all. I've bought into most. And at the end of the day, just like you, somewhat disappointed.
Very disappointed.
I mean, we just kind of and what I'm talking about, Doc, is the chiropractic attaining its rightful place on the mountaintop. Everyone check for subluxation from birth to cradle to grave.
Yep. No
more medical doctors. Clear the hospitals. I mean, that whole vision thing, right? We love it, and it's exciting. I'm getting excited talking about it right now.
I'm inspired. It sounds great.
But what happened to me is I bought into the vision, and then I tried, and I grew. I got places, and then I did it again, and I did it again, and it was like I built. Over time, I actually built some skepticism because I'm like, you know what, it's not going to happen. We're still at 3% of the population. Some claim 10, whatever. But I mean, if they knew what I knew, we'd be at 50%, 75%. It'd be a different world. And so then what happens is we get a little bit numb. And
I get disappointed.
I got to be honest. I mean, I'm a visioneer, right? It's what I do. And I saw this and I was like, cool. That's real. It's going to be awesome, man. I mean, if anyone's going to do it, you're going to do it.
Thank you.
But I was like, that's cool. And Doc, that's why I'm here today, because this isn't cool. This really can connect us to the dream that you and I have, that you and I share about sharing chiropractic. And I think it's important to say, Jason, it doesn't matter. I graduated from LACC, you graduated from Life University. Some people are pediatric chiropractors, some people are sports injury or PI chiropractors. It doesn't matter. We have a message, and we want to share it. We've tried. We've been disappointed. We've been let down. And so when an opportunity does come about, I go, that's cool.
Right. We filter it with all of our disappointment that it's got to be just like all the others. And we're always, I'm on Facebook and I get all the same pitches. Right. And, we're just tired of being pitched and sold and disappointed.
Yeah.
And
which I'm going to interrupt, by the way. Very important. And I'm going to look right in the lens of the iPad right now. This is not a pitch.
Yeah.
You don't have anything to sell on this. There is no gimmick. There's no catch. There's no, like, when you download a really cool app and then you find out to actually do anything with it, you got to pay the fee. There's none of that.
Yeah.
The beautiful thing you've done, and we're going to get into describing this in a moment, and then I've actually got a crazy idea that's been in my head. But the beautiful thing about AmpLIFEied is it allows chiropractors to share their message. And there's three things I'd like to talk to you about as far as where that message, if this is good, if this is really good, three different opportunities. But it allows you to share that message so easy, so profoundly, and 100% completely free in 5 minutes a week. But it
5 minutes per week. Let's make sure everybody hears this. 5
Yeah.
minutes per week.
No, that's part of my crazy idea.
Okay,
I'll divulge in a few minutes. And it enables you to do that because you have sponsors. So there are people that pay. You've spent hundreds of grand of your own money.
I have.
Because this is Jason's deep-seated passion to give something back to this profession that's given him so much. And he has some sponsors too that keep this free. So it is free. So there's no catches to it.
Thank you,
So-
sponsors.
Yeah. So putting that aside, the question becomes, how do I, as a chiropractor, how do you re-engage into a vision, a dream that you maybe said, you know what, let's lower the bar a little bit. Let's just, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good life. How do we go from chiropractics doing well to that proverbial mountaintop? I see three areas, Jason. I see, first of all, it has to be good for the profession because we're talking about a profession, and no matter what area you're from or what political organization you belong to, it's got to be good for the profession. So right now to date, and we're just getting started,
Yep.
how many impressions have been made through using AmpLIFEied approximately?
I think total impressions since the inception is over 500 million impressions.
So that's good.
Yeah.
That's about 500 million minus a few that I've made and
Right.
that you've made alone.
Yep.
And we have done that as a profession. And I can only think that is really good for a profession to make over 500 million impressions about
All for free.
all for free, utilizing a free tool,
Right.
the 900-pound gorilla, which I could smell Facebook from your house
Yep.
because we're in this world. You're in this world. These are your friends. I mean, the guy
That's-
on Instagram's your neighbor, right? So these messages that are being sent out through the AmpLIFEied program, which we're going to show you how simple and effective it is, have already created over 500 million impressions about
Yeah.
the profession.
Yeah.
So it's good for the profession.
And it's building momentum, which is really awesome and inspiring, actually. That's what takes me from sort of being frustrated and disappointed to, wait a minute, this is going to work.
Something's happening.
This
here.
is- exactly.
Can I venture to say that we're creating a movement, a real, like
Yeah.
a legitimate movement. 500 million impressions is a movement. Here's something that's worth noting. Those impressions are based not upon one faction of chiropractic.
Right.
They're your faction. They're your specialty. They're your thing because you choose the impressions. So which leads me to number two. In order for me to buy into this vision, the reason I came here and the reason I'm going to go home and assure that every one of my Epic clients, every Epic member, everybody I come in contact with is going to amplify their voice because I've said the loudest voice wins.
That's
It's
it.
time to amplify that voice. We get to choose what we amplify.
That's
So
exactly.
it's not denominational, right? It's non-denominational. So that helps the profession. The second one is it's got to be good for the community.
Yeah.
So how does that work?
Well, basically, the idea is that each and every day you're sharing your message with your social networks, with your practice's social networks. And there's a couple distinctions we'll get into as maybe if we can get a chance to show people. But this is about sharing your practice's message with your community. It's about giving the people in your practice that already love you, that would love to refer to you, an easy way for them to share you with their social networks. And so I think of, if people do what I'm teaching and suggesting, if they'll use these tools, they can literally turn their practice's social network, let's just call it Facebook for that matter, but it's Facebook,
Right.
Twitter, and LinkedIn, into what I think of as an automatic new patient referral machine because they're keeping themselves top of mind. They're keeping their practice in people's face on a regular basis. So instead of people having to, search for a chiropractor, you don't have to search for something if you're in their face all the time.
If you already have the answer, what are you looking for?
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
So it's great for the community, and that's the feedback we get as chiropractors go. People are now seeing our messages. Some people it happens quickly, some people it takes a little bit more time, but people are seeing our messages. When they see me in town, they recognize my messages, they connect it with me, and they're getting really positive social media images that just keep connecting chiropractic to positive lifestyle. And I think that's one of the missing links, is that there's a whole movement in the world right now, especially here in America, about healthy living, clean living,
Yep.
non-GMO, I don't want to take drugs. But they don't connect that a chiropractor is actually
That
sort
person.
of the leader who can help them really lead that lifestyle. And that's, I think, one of the really exciting things for community, is to have them really connect the dots, that if you're looking for a healthy lifestyle doctor,
Yeah.
there's nobody better than us.
Yeah, and I think one of the things I'd like to add to that is it's got to be good for the community. And, well, you know what, Jason, I mean, you're a smart dude, but you didn't have Facebook. I mean, I can do that.
Yep.
But here's what I realized. Here's confessions. Here's why I do not do that. Because in order for me to do that, I got to spend my valuable time, and I got to go, all right, log in. That's easy. I'm on my phone. One button. I'm in. What do I do though? What do I say?
That's
what
the
do
biggest issue.
What am I going to say today that will look? See, you said something that bears real importance. We're not talking about marketing. Marketing's a different thing. It's important.
Yep.
Different thing. We're talking about messaging.
Yeah.
We're talking about becoming top of mind, so that when people think chiropractic, they think Jason Deitch. Right? When they think chiropractic, they think you and your practice.
That's it.
So in order to do that, you have to be consistent in inspirational messages, not promotions, not push, but pull.
That's
You
it.
got to give, ask, right? You got to move, market.
Yep.
That's what you've done. And what Jason has done with AmpLIFEied, and why you will be amplifying your voice very shortly, and we're going to prove that in a minute
Yep.
with this idea, is that you've done all the work for you. So I don't
Yeah.
have to go onto Google. I don't have to go, okay, what am I going to say? Well, let me write, no, that's not, I don't have to go onto Google Images and try to find a great image. Then I don't have to try to go into a program and create some meme and put something on the image and make sure it fits right and gets approved by Facebook and all this stuff. What I have to do is go, I'm a member of AmpLIFEied, share, and I'm done.
And it'll share on Facebook, your Facebook page, Twitter, LinkedIn, certain blogs. So you actually share across multiple networks with one.
I asked you, well, how many things can I share? And you said, right now our library is like pushing 10,000
Right.
vetted, beautiful, professional, not like, let's be honest, right? Like goofy, dorky, bad, they don't fit quite right, the font's not right kind of stuff. I mean,
Image matters.
These are professional.
Yeah.
They're 500 million impressions of professionalism and inspiration. That's what you did.
Thank you.
That's what you pioneered. That's why it's so easy. So it's good for the profession. It's good for the community. But you know what I know? I work with thousands of chiropractors. You know what the bottom line is? And this is okay.
Yep.
What's in it for me?
Yep.
You know, I mean, I got stuff to do. And why would I not do this? Well, if there was really, I mean, yeah, I care about the profession. I care about my community. But, you know, at the end of the day, I want some new patients. And you already hit it. Well, how do you get new patients? Well, there's one way. You can go out and go get them, which you do. But if you create a movement, you create top-of-mind awareness. And now when people all over your community, instead of searching for you, they already found you. They already know you. So now all they're waiting for is the opportunity to say, I need to do something different today.
That's
I think
it.
my family's looking for a different kind of care provider. I think, you know, I woke up today and I think I'm going to go see that Jason Deitch guy that I saw. Oh, you know what? I know where to find him. He's on my Facebook page. I get a daily dose of inspiration from him every single day.
Yep.
They don't know that you did it from your iPhone on the beach in 30 seconds. Boom. And this beautiful they think you got a whole team behind them. You do. And that's what we want to do. So here's a crazy idea.
Yep.
I was sitting there going, okay, this is easy. Yeah, heard that one before. Oh, it only takes 5 minutes. I said this is going to be a short video. We're at 12 minutes. So I get that. Can we just show them?
Yeah.
Like, because I'm ready. I want to go amplify. So can we just take like a T,
Yep.
log in, we'll do the screen record thing, and we'll show you how easy it is. I bet it doesn't even take 5 minutes.
Hopefully less.
Yeah.
As long as you remember your password, it'll be much less.
So let's cut. Let's show you precisely how simple this is, and then we'll come back. We'll wrap it up, address any kind of things that might have come up,
Yep.
and once again, compel you, not convince you, not prove to you, but I want to compel them to say, this is perhaps the single most important thing I can do to move my profession, move my community, and move my practice.
And they can do it.
You ready to do it?
Yeah, let's do it.
See you on the inside. All right, so here we are at sharechiropractic.com, and I can see all the very clear 1, 2, 3 instructions. So I'm going to go ahead and put in become an amplifier, enter the information it asks for. Agree to the terms, because Jason's a nice, honest guy. I know that already. And welcome to Amplify. So what I want to do is I'm going to open Amplify, then I'm going to go up here to the corner. I'm going to sign in here, log in here, and then I'm going to add my social networks, and I will be done. So I'm now on the AmpLIFEied site, so I can click here and sign in here. And I am officially logged in. I've created my account, and now I've got to connect it with my social networks. So I'm going to come over here to my setting buttons. I'm going to do you've got your Facebook and you have your Facebook page. So I'm going to do my Facebook page first. That's important. There's my profile. Saying that it wants to post for me. I guess I should choose what I will allow. Manage your pages, yes. Okay. And now I've got a bunch of pages here, so I'm going to choose my Epic Practice page to begin with. And I can always come back, obviously, and repeat. And now I have connected my Epic Practice, which is my business page. If I wanted to connect my personal page, I'd continue here. My Twitter page, my LinkedIn. That is all I have to do. It's going to tell you to verify your account. You don't have to do it right now. You can do it later. But that is the process. So now we are ready to rock and roll and to go back to the main AmpLIFEied feed and start posting our content. Cool. So now that I'm here, I can look around. I can search on different categories. I can create, check out different content that I want to share here. There's so much good information, but I can find anything if I want to share this. There's nothing you can't accomplish. I can literally hit share. I will choose. I can write anything I want in here. I can add anything, a link, a URL, anything I want. I want to make sure that if I've got multiple, this one I want to share my Epic Practice page. So I'm going to go ahead and share it. And I am done. Could not be any easier. Could not be any more effective. Phenomenal content here. Man, Jason, well done, Kairos. Let's get on this. So that really was easy, and this is why I'm so excited, because we all need something that we can commit to and discipline ourselves to do, that not is just the right thing to do for the profession and the right thing to do for our community, but it's going to give us stuff back. Because
Absolutely.
You know what? I'm going to say something that may not be popular, but I know you'll take it with a grain of salt. The whole selfless servant thing, I mean, I get where it comes from. Yeah. I'm about creating self-full servants, because I want chiropractors to be abundant and to give from their abundance. And I think that when we actually make a targeted effort to move a message continually, constantly, by the way, I'm not going to hit share once a day, right? I'm going to line up a week at a time, because I'm an efficiency expert.
Or have your staff do it.
Yeah, that's when my daughter will do it for me. And she'll push those out 2 to 3 a day.
Yep.
Line them out. It's simple. But why am I going to do it? Because I want to help the profession. I want to help my community. I want to help me too.
Absolutely.
Because I want to be full so I can help you. So exactly. Why are you able to give hundreds of thousands of dollars and put it into the software design and all this? Because you can.
Yep.
Because you can. We all want that opportunity. But Jason, we were just discussing before we got back on the iPad, the idea of, well, why wouldn't someone do this? Because we know, right now, you're one of maybe, what, 3 kinds of people.
Yeah.
One either.
Hopefully you're not even watching
Yeah,
this
that's what I was
anymore.
gonna say.
You've already done it.
Either you're gone out of the room and
Yeah.
you're on your phone on Facebook now, and
You
you're,
should be
you're-
sharing
you're,
already.
You're amplifying as we speak.
Right.
But or and this thing's just plain to nobody. You're our hero. That's awesome.
Yep.
Or
Thank you for not being here.
first time ever, but true. Or maybe you're not that person. Maybe you're still going. Here's one. Can I throw this out and have you
Yeah.
answer it? Facebook. I don't know. We're being honest and candid, right?
Yep.
If I see another person post about their dog or their kid graduated from preschool
Or a meal. Everybody, I don't know why. I actually still don't know why people post about them.
My middle daughter takes pictures of her meals. She doesn't post them, but yeah, it's like really that's what Facebook is.
Right.
How do we deal with that?
Because
By the way, I identify with that.
I completely agree, and I think that's an important message here. Is that certainly I hear these objections on a regular basis, right?
Yeah.
I don't like Facebook. I don't care what somebody had for breakfast. I'm not into it, right? And then they'll go stand in line at a coffee shop or a smoothie shop or wherever it is, and people don't even talk to people anymore.
Scroll,
Because they're all connecting, right? And I challenge now every chiropractor when they go back into their practice, right? And some of you may be watching this right now with people in your reception area or in your adjusting areas, right?
Yeah.
Because you're waiting for hours, they came early, whatever.
reading their feed.
I'm sure they are on Facebook in your office right this very second.
Yeah.
So I guess, in a very loving way, my answer is get over it. Get over it. This is, I don't really like talking on the telephone very much. I just don't.
But some people make billions of dollars talking on phones.
They do, and I know that if I want to connect with people, then I've got to pick up the phone and talk to them,
Right.
whether I like it or not. So this is just another communication tool, and in fact, it's the most efficient communication tool because you can talk to lots of people at one time.
Yeah. And my answer would be, when did it become about you? It's not, because that's the truth, right? It's not about whether you like it or not. It's whether your patients live on it or not, and whether your patients' friends live on it, whether patients' friends. It's the virality that happens. And here's the best thing. See, here's why I'm active. I got Facebook, I'm on the book, and all that stuff. And I got a business page, and I got a personal page, and all that, and I post on it, and all that stuff. But the things to really move the needle, frankly, they've just taken too much work from me. I don't have enough time to invest, and we already talked about that. Well, what we just showed you got 10,000. One thing we didn't really talk in detail about, and we don't need to get in detail, but I think the coolest part about AmpLIFEied is when you register for free, and we showed you how short that is, you begin to get a daily digest.
Yes.
And to me, call it what you will, that's like the cliff notes of AmpLIFEied. So I get the digest, I go, I like that one, share, done.
Yeah.
I'm done. I didn't even open a browser. I just clicked on an email and boom, it's in. So we got this, we did this for you, it's professional. That takes my excuse away. That takes, I hope, your excuse away, and I hope it gives you the confidence that you can actually finish what you started too. You're not going to run out of opportunities or ideas and not knowing what to do because they're all there.
You literally can say there's nothing easier. Let's put some requisites to that. I'm assuming you're actually connected to the internet. I'm assuming you have your own device or email or something like that. If you never check anything electronic, this probably isn't for you. But if you have any connection to any email, to a device, whether it's a computer or somebody who is connected to the internet.
Library.
Right. So there really is nothing easier. And kind of going back to this, like, I like it, I don't like it. Another way to consider this is, there's a lot of people that don't necessarily like the hustle and bustle of Times Square.
Right.
They may not, I don't like New York.
Right.
I don't like taxis and cabs, and I don't like crowds. But if I offered you the opportunity to have a message every day in Times Square for free, would you go, well, I don't like Times Square?
I love New York.
Right. All of a sudden. So that's really sort of the equivalent is how do you get your message in front of lots of people, whether you like it or not. I don't care if you like Times Square, but here's the opportunity to get your message in front of lots of people in your community so that they can share it with other people. So it is sort of a get over your own personal issues because it's really about getting your message to your community again, whether you're doing it selfishly, I want to make more money. I want to see more patients. I want to grow my practice. That's
Of
okay.
course.
That's totally
More than okay.
And so should you.
Morally correct.
At the same time, we're also giving people the opportunity for them to share you on your behalf. And that's really, there's, I think, a distinction between sort of marketing for new patients and giving people the opportunity to refer their friends and family. And I will take referrals every day of the week over somebody that just sort of happened to find me maybe because of a coupon or special offer.
So we got one person that's been gone for about 7 minutes now.
Right on.
Right? And we love them. We got another person that's like, I don't really like Facebook. I'm just not into social media. And the reality is, good for you. You don't have to be.
That's right.
That's what's awesome. But I think, Jason, and we addressed in the very beginning, it's kind of like the idea of, I mean, I hear what you're saying, but, I just don't buy it. The whole vision thing, I mean, I don't know if it's going to work.
Yeah.
And I love that word. How many times have I had patients say, well, is chiropractic going to work? And I always said, let's define work. What do you mean? Is it going to make your arm grow back? I don't know. Probably not. But what is it supposed to do?
Right.
Right? Chiropractic is never, in my humble opinion, was never to make an autistic kid say, I love you, mommy. But the body was designed to do that.
Yeah.
So what chiropractic is supposed to work for is to allow potential. What does Facebook work?
Depends on how you define
You just
the word.
showed me
Right.
this morning the stock,
That's right.
as we're filming today, at an all-time high.
Yeah.
I think it
Hopefully
works.
still is when you're watching this.
I think it works for something. For somebody, it's working, right?
It is working.
It's a delivery tool. It's a connection tool. So, Jason, I know for a fact that the people still watching this that have not already gone to sharechiropractic.com and set up their account and are already just posting away and serving those patients.
Yep.
If you're still with us,
Go do it. If
Yeah.
I don't know what you're watching us
If-
still for, go do that.
It's just not that
Go
exciting.
do that.
But if you are still here, then maybe you're one of these people. Because I'm kind of this person. It's like, I get it, but how, I mean, is it worth my time?
Yeah.
Now, we already said it doesn't take any time, so it's not like we got to calculate your ROI.
Right.
How much do I need to make off my 22-second post? I think I need, what I'm looking for is a return of 4,000 to 1. That's not the issue. The issue is you got limited time, you got limited energy, you got limited awareness headspace. Why should you put this on your calendar as a reminder daily, post or weekly, hey, set up your post? Why should you do that? Well, let's define works.
Yeah.
When you get 500 million impressions, we already did this. Is it good for the profession? Yes. If you get 500 million profession, or not, now let's scale it down. You get 1 million or 100,000 or 10,000 or 1,000 impressions in your community.
Yep.
Is that
coming
good for your
from
community?
you, coming from your practice.
Then branch out and do that beautiful viral thing and get into all your friends' feeds and walls. So now it's coming from them.
That's right.
People they know, like, and trust and respect.
I think that's just a quick important thing to mention is that this isn't advertising.
It's not marketing. It's not advertising.
This is people sharing their love and passion and inspiration and connection to you, which is different than seeing some ad on the right side.
Yeah, this is not you saying, okay, I have to, 3 times a day or every day I have to do a sponsored ad and promote something.
You're not selling anything.
You can do that later.
Yeah.
Move, market.
That's right. And it'll
But
make your marketing work better.
It's like, it's like, it's
In
no
fact,
longer.
it might even make
it's
your
no
marketing
longer,
work.
Yeah. It's no longer a cold call, it's an invited call. Big
That's
difference.
right. That's right.
But I think, Jason, that if even 1,000 impressions goes out to your community from you that you chose,
Yeah.
it's good. Well, Facebook doesn't show. They're throttling down, and okay. So instead of 4,000 people that you have, or 2,200 friends or fans or whatever the page likes you have, it only goes to 600, and then those 600, 50 of them share it, and there's another 150 there. Does it matter? The question I asked you is it good?
Yeah.
It's good for your community. And then define works. Is it good for me? Well, this is really where the rubber meets the road, because I know, as a chiropractor, that you and I and you, we all think the same. Got limited time, limited resources, limited staff. We're all busy, right? Not enough time in the day. So I need to do things that move the needle. We call that, by the way, Pareto's principle, right? Do the 20 that makes 80. This is in the 20. It's in the 10. And it will make the 80. It'll make the 90. Because this constant inspirational messaging
Yeah.
into the community creates the movement. It creates that. I love what you said. What'd you say? The traditional term is TOMA, right? Top of mind awareness. People go, I wonder, chiropractic, Jason Deitch, right? Pizza, Domino's, car, Porsche, whatever it is for you, there's a top of mind awareness, and people spend tens of thousands of businesses, tens of thousands of dollars a month to just maintain their top of mind awareness. And you were like, yeah, top of mind awareness, it's in your face awareness.
Exactly.
Right? Literally, in your face book awareness. Dude, I dig. We should trademark that.
Well, this whole
See with a circle.
That's
TM.
exactly.
Let's do it. Let's stop.
In
Hang
your
on.
face.
Right.
No, let's put chiropractic in people's face. And I don't mean that in aggressive,
Not
like
in a
in
rude
your
way,
face.
but in front of
In their
face. Every day, done for you. Push a button. I don't know. I'm running out of reasons why people would run. I'm running out of reasons why we're still talking when there's still people on the.
I know. So if you're ready,
ShareChiropractic.com.
go to ShareChiropractic.com. If you're still watching, then let's keep explaining. One of the differences, people, again, keep thinking like, how am I going to get more new patients? And there's this sense within all businesses, for that matter, still, that search engines are the way to go. That when people are searching for something,
Got to be on the front page of Google. Man.
right. That's the whole thing. And there's people that
SEO,
people spend a
baby.
lot of money to get on the first page of Google. And I challenge
Nothing
that.
wrong with being there.
Go be. You can dominate the whole thing as far as I'm concerned. However, let's just think about the thought process of that, right? So somebody that goes to a search engine to look for a professional is different than somebody that goes to a search engine to get the best price on tires or the best airline flight price or something like that,
Yeah.
right? We're talking about services, not commodities. So, I'll ask all of you, if you were looking for a dentist, psychiatrist, oncologist, lawyer, an accountant, a pediatrician, a chiropractor, what would normal people do?
I would find the person that's got something going on with their teeth that went to the dentist, the person that is got some emotional issues that went to the psychologist, the
Right.
person I'd ask my friends,
You'd
man.
ask.
I'd ask my circle. I
That's
mean,
right.
obviously, it's when my wife dropped me at the airport to come here, her little on the Range Rover, little ding 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 flat tire thing went up, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm late for not late. I'm heading to come see you. So I was like, what did I do? I opened up Google.
Right.
And I said, closest tire shop.
Great.
If I said, you know what, I'm feeling like I need to get checked, I wouldn't go closest chiropractor. I'd say, who do I know that may know somebody? When I travel, I do that. I don't go, when I travel and I speak and I'm in a hotel and I want to get checked or something, I don't go, closest chiropractor. I go, who do I know that lives here around this area that knows somebody, 6 degrees of separation. So search engine is awesome.
Yep.
It's a powerful tool for certain businesses. We're not saying don't do it.
No.
But like you said, when you have top of mind awareness and in your face awareness through movement, do you really need it anymore?
Well,
because people already know who you are and where
that's
you
the
are
goal.
and where to find you. It's on their phone every day. And they're,
Coming from your practice's Facebook page.
yeah, that's pretty cool.
Well, you don't have to search if you're in their face.
Right.
And they won't search for someone else if you are in their face.
Yeah.
And so it's just giving people that are already part of your practice. And there's just a methodology to all of this. And, step one in what we're getting you to do, hopefully right now, is to just simply take the action of going to sharechiropractic.com, get signed up, get registered, and let us deliver to you daily messages you'll be proud to want to share. And that's just really step one. And I know we're talking about all kinds of different really cool things to really help people really accelerate and expand the way they grow their practice and collectively what we're doing for our profession.
Yeah, in fact, I was just going to say, look, the bottom line is we've already lost most of you.
Hopefully.
Because we have. We have.
Good.
I mean,
What are
we
you
can
still doing
see-
here?
Yeah, come
Go!
on, go.
Register.
So some of you are saying, yeah, but I don't want to miss anything. I mean, Jason might say something funny.
Nah.
Jackson might say something smart. I don't know. But so let's end this. But I just had this idea, and I'm just going to ask forgiveness instead of permission.
All right.
So three things. One, we've already said it I think it's our 5th time. ShareChiropractic.com. Watch it. It's the tutorial. It'll walk you through it. You just saw how to do it. And commit. That's the biggest thing. Discipline. People talk a big talk. Chiropractors are the greatest talkers in the world. But if we were actually backing up our talk by doing this, and you could not have made it any easier to do. So commit to it. Number 2, we're not trying to hold back on, oh, we got this thing and this isn't the big upsell coming. Oh, I knew. We've just are visionary and ideas of how to implement this into practices. I'm doing it selfishly because I got all these members I want to help out. And we came up with some great ideas. So in future correspondence, when you get an email from the guy or from me, open it up because we're going to be sharing more information.
Exactly.
And the forgiveness part is, here's what we can do. If you are still here and you still do have questions and you're just, I want to do this, but I've already tried and it didn't work, or I'm not sure how to, or whatever, can we just do like a Q&A webinar?
That's a good idea.
Let's throw a date out. I'll join you on it because by then I'm going to be an expert because it's pretty freaking easy.
Idea.
And we'll open up the lines to anyone. This, by the way, will be a great opportunity for you to go, I get this. So if I share a message every day, it goes into my community. If I share this message with 10 chiropractors, 10 go into the communities. So I'm actually seeing this right now because here's the vision I want to leave you with. Big, but so doable. If a few thousand chiropractors made 500 million impressions, what could 25,000 chiropractors do? 25,000 chiropractors worldwide choosing their own message within a matter of seconds, pre-scheduling them 7 days in advance, hitting go, using the 900-pound gorilla that everybody on the planet has in their pocket. 500 million, I'm not even going to try to do the math, but we're talking about tens of billions, trillions of impressions now. You don't think that's going to come back to you personally? You don't think that's going to be deposited in your bank account? You got to frickin' be kidding me.
Yeah. Well, and the cool thing is, every day on a consistent basis at no charge, and it does. It builds momentum, and that's how movements are built. And if you really have any desire to, whether it's build your practice, change the world, or anything in between, it all comes back to sharing our message with as many people as possible. And it could not be any easier. In fact, I'll challenge, if anybody can show me an easier way, I want to see it because I've invested time, energy, money, focus, resources, opportunity costs to make this as simple as possible. If you've known me for more than a few minutes, my entire career, my life's purpose has been about really sharing with this profession the tools necessary to get our message to the masses. Yeah. And I think that there's this problem of messaging to the profession, and everybody's trying to blame other people why it hasn't happened. Mm-hmm. But you know who the solution is to all of this?
Me.
You are, and so are you, and so am I.
Yeah.
And I hope that if there's anything we can say to kind of get us each individually look in the mirror and go, you know what, I'm going to play my part. Yeah. It's not up to any one person to make this thing happen. 25,000 reaches hundreds of millions. But if 25,000 is made up of you and and me and your members and chiropractors and our colleagues, and it's just time to let's start fresh. Yeah. Let's get inspired again and let's do it.
It's a reset. Let's use the technology that's here. Let's use the gift that you've given us, that the sponsors have allowed you and encourage you to give. Yeah. And Doc, let's make one commitment that regardless of, if you send out a post and someone doesn't, ring your phone up and within 10 seconds, that's not the issue here. The issue is it's good for the profession, it's good for the community, it will be good for you and your practice. It keeps you relevant, it keeps you on the top of awareness, it keeps you in their face. We've got a lot more ideas that we're excited to share with you. Thank you for hanging out with you. If you are with it, we've been ribbing with you, but we've had a good conversation.
Thanks for coming over.
If nothing else, thanks for joining us in the backyard. You got a beautiful freaking home here, by the way. And we wish the best for all of you, and we are excited to take your voice, to take our voice, and amplify it.